How y'all living? Get my eyebrows together, shit. How are y'all living on this lovely Wednesday evening? My money hand is itching. Don't know why my money hand is itching. Let everybody come on in the room. Check it in. It's 10 something. It's almost 10:30 out here in LA. Shout out to all my late night folks on the East Coast. What's up, Oklahoma? What's happening with you? I hope you guys have your copy of Hidden Colors 5. Yeah, so your hand need to be itching too? Yeah. My money palms don't lie, so there's a bag coming from somewhere. But I hope you guys have Hidden Colors 5. Shout out to Nita. What's up, Miss Nita? How are you, dear? You like the podcast from earlier? Yeah, I'm checking in with the family. I did a podcast. I did my broadcast earlier live on YouTube. And I was talking about this Amber Guyger case. And about 3-4 minutes after I finished the broadcast, YouTube took it right on down. So if you guys are looking for today's broadcast on YouTube, you will not find it. Some of y'all who caught it live, you guys are good to go. This is why, family, you guys should subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can catch these joints live. So when they snatch them down, you would have already seen it. But what I did do, it's on my TariqRadio.com page. So you can still listen to the broadcast at TariqRadio.com. See, that's why I have that site. Everything is backed. All my my midweek shows are backed up there. Oh, is it back up on YouTube now? Okay. So, somebody said it's on YouTube, so we'll see. But, yeah, they took it down. They said it was hate speech. I was going in about that trial. But again, it's on YouTube. Okay. So go to YouTube and subscribe and go to TariqRadio.com. And then you and your husband listen to the broad. Shout out to you and your hubby. But yeah, man, some things just have to be said. This was the stuff that we saw with this trial. It was absolutely ridiculous. It was absolutely shameful. Yeah, they tried to say what I was saying was hate speech. I'm like, how the hell is it? Who hating who? See, when you speak in some real hardcore true to the game truth, you know, they start tripping on you. It's not on YouTube. Okay, yeah, I don't think it's on YouTube. Yeah, I don't think they would put it back up there. Yeah, I don't think they would put it back up there. See, it was like a Tyler Perry play. What's up, Shauna PR? Yeah, so somebody said it's on YouTube. It's not on YouTube. Yeah, bro, man, it was coon fest. It was shameful, the stuff that we saw in that courtroom, and it was worse. I mean, when you look and just do more research about it, it's worse. We saw all the hugging that they were doing. But did you know right before the judge went and hugged Amber Guyger, the judge went and brought her personal Bible and started reading Bible verses to Amber, then she hugged her. And from what I understand, Judge Tammy the Mammy is taking down her Facebook page because people are giving her that work. And I told people yesterday that Tammy was a mammy. I told people the other day, yesterday and the day before that, I told people that Tammy was a mammy. I told people she's on their team. She's throwing this little softball shit. She was throwing little softballs to assist Amber. I told people she was low-key trying to throw Amber Guyger a lifeline. And you had Negroes up here talking about this is chess. You doing a chess move. Why all these chess move coons? They always trying to justify mammyism. Like, she just trying to make sure they don't get her out on appeal. She just this is a chess move. You gotta let her work. When people want to justify cooning, they always want to make it seem like it's some type of Machiavellian chess move plot, which it's not. It's just cooning. It's not no deeper spook who sat by the door maneuver. It's just cooning. Wasn't no Machiavellian type of pre-planning. It wasn't no strategy. It was just cooning. Because this woman still might get an appeal with all that buck dancing they were doing, with all that hugging and rubbing and praying. If she does get an appeal, all they got to do is look back at all that forgiveness and all that coonery that was happening. I'd be shocked if that woman actually went to jail. I would actually be shocked if that woman went to jail. You understand? With all that Sambo and mammying that was going on. Yeah? But, yeah, the brother said she don't deserve jail. Let me go ahead on my computer, because some of this coonery, y'all, we got to see some of this stuff here. Hold on. I want to show some of this stuff on my computer. Hold on. Come on, this stuff is ridiculous. Where we at? Hold on. Y'all bear with me. Hold on, let me play that brother. Okay, this is Botham's brother on the stand. Hold on, let me flip my camera around. How I do this? Hold on. All right, this is the brother. In case y'all didn't hear this cooning. Huh.
I forgive you. And I know if you go to God and ask him, he will forgive you. And I don't think anyone could say it. Again, I'm speaking for myself, not even behalf of my family. But I love you just like anyone else. And I'm not gonna say I hope you rot and die just like my brother did, but I personally want the best for you. And I wasn't gonna ever say this in front of my family or anyone, but I don't even want you to go to jail. I want the best for you.
Oh my goodness. Family. Now y'all see why they didn't really punish this woman. These Negroes were on here cooning it the fuck up. Everybody say what's up to my co-host, Miss Bree. Y'all say what's up to Bree REA in here from Ism Radio. Y'all, everybody say what's up to Bree. But this level of coonery was ridiculous. And there's something else I want y'all to notice too. That other mammy who was in the courtroom, I want y'all to notice something, and I put this up. Y'all know the mammy who was in the courtroom rubbing all on Amber's hair and all that old shit? I want y'all to look at something. Notice there's her white supervisor sitting right there in the front. He's signaling to her to start rubbing Amber Guyger's hair. I told people that this was orchestrated. Look at this video. Look at this, and look at. Hold on. Let me blow it up a little bit. Okay, look at him. Look at the white guy here. Keep your eye on him. He gives her a head nod, and then he gives a hand gesture. Okay, let me straighten my phone up a little bit. Hold on. Okay. Look at the white guy in the front. Look at him. Watch his hand. Look at his hand. You saw that? Let's go back. You can see him gesturing to her big dumb ass to go rubbing, to go start rubbing. Look at him like a plantation master. Look at him. She's standing there. He gives her kind of head nod. And then look at his hand so you don't miss it. Go nigger, go nigger, go nigger. Look at him. You see this plantation slave bullshit here?
I suspect that maybe they will be leaving the courthouse under police escort.
You see this plantation ass shit that was going on up there, man? Dude. So the police, the white supremacists, they were orchestrating all this little goofy ass shit. They were orchestrating all this stuff. I told people when I saw her rubbing her hair, I said, they made her do that. They're trying to be lenient on her. They're trying to be lenient. And they're trying to show leniency. They're trying to show all these forgiving Negroes. And they're trying to be lenient. And where's the judge? And look at the judge. Look at Tammy the Mammy. See, we see the picture of Tammy the Mammy hugging. But look at this. This is Tammy the Mammy. This is Tammy the Mammy coming off the bench with her Bible. She has her Bible. Look at this. She has her Bible. She's pulling out a Bible verse with all these cops around Amber. So her mammy ass is up there reading a Bible verse to her right now. I've never seen this type of coonery in a courtroom in my life. So she's reading the Bible. Now she gets up and she's going to hug on her and rub on her. I've never seen no buffoonery like this in my damn life. Look at this mammy, Tammy the Mammy. Look at her. Saying some mammy shit. I'm going to make some biscuits for you, baby. I got some hot water cornbread. Just mammying it up. Whew. Boy, this took a lot out of me. All this samboing and all this coonery, it took a lot out of me. And let me just one final thing. I saw Botham Jean's mom after the verdict. She's out there with all the black folks. And this is what I don't like. When you get around black folks, then you kind of start talking tough about crime and all this. And this is the mom. She ain't really saying nothing. She's talking out of both sides of her mouth. Hold on.
Yesterday, we saw the conviction of Amber Guyger. And today, we heard the sentence of 10 years in prison. That 10 years in prison is 10 years for her reflection and for her to change her life.
Who cares about what the hell she does?
But there is much more to be done by the city of Dallas. The corruption that we saw during this process.
No, lady. Y'all were in there on, it became gospel fest. I don't want to hear that bullshit. And that's where they lose me. That's what I don't like. Don't get out there. No, wait a minute. This is what I got a problem with, family. Don't get your ass out there around the black folks after the fact. See, we're going to have to stop this type of bullshit. Don't get out there after y'all done did all that buck dancing and cooning. Y'all done went in there crying and praying and forgiving and buck dancing. And then when you get around the white people, but then when you get outside with the black folks, yeah, the corruption. Stop. Y'all not going to play both sides of the goddamn fence. You're not going to play that game. Y'all were in court cooning it up. Y'all were in that fucking courtroom cooning it up. And I know their family is from the Caribbean, and I said this on my earlier broadcast. Botham Jean's family is a family full of coons. It is what it is. That family is a family full of coons. I don't give a fuck if it sounds offensive because they don't respect Botham's life enough to not be coons. All that buck dancing, hugging, kissing, forgiving, that's dangerous as hell and is disrespectful to Botham And y'all just can't stop cooning. Y'all put cooning and white ass kissing as a priority over life. I can't give one iota of respect to that. That her son, who's in the court talking about he loves Amber and he forget. This woman is a vile, genocidal racist. She can't stand black people. This woman went in that house premeditated and murdered their relative. And these niggas are just buck dancing their ass off, hugging and kissing somebody who murdered their family. You low self-esteem bastards. And it sounds like somebody's dangling a bag in front of the family. Don't it sound like that? Sound like there's a little bag like, hey, the city got a little payout for you, but we need you to act right on the stand. We need you to, when you go in front of the cameras, we need you to act right. And when you see Benjamin Crump and, So basically what they do, they negotiate city payouts. When you see Benjamin Crump, that he didn't help negotiate a payout. And part of the payout is to basically coon it up, buck dance it up. No real punishment. Make sure that the race soldier that has harmed you don't really get punished so that your family can get the bag. Just coon shit. See, all that playing both sides of the fence stuff is going to stop. That's why the lawyers connected with that family, y'all going to have to be checked behind that stuff too, because some of y'all lawyers, y'all are telling these people to get up here and start doing all that buck dancing and cooning. Way too much mammying going on in that courtroom. And what's up, Auntie Folanda? Aunt Fofo. Dude, I'm saying, man, it looks like for Botham's brother to get on the stand with all that buck dancing and hugging and shit he was doing, I want to say, I think the lawyers put him up to that. I'm going to be very real. He was putting it on too thick. It seemed too orchestrated. The judge was letting complete fuckery go on in that courtroom. All that rubbing, hugging, and all. The fact that the judge allowed that coon fest, and then she was in on the coon fest, it was orchestrated, it was scripted, it was pre-planned. I don't respect none of it. That's why that woman got a 10-year slap on the hand and she'll be out in a couple of years. That was orchestrated. And, it was shameful on all the sides. They bringing in crackheads, they bringing in immigrant coons, the boule crowd. And I talked about this today. I talked about the problem these type of niggas who the white supremacists push out there to represent us, and they don't represent us. You dig? I'd be surprised if she even do 5 years. But yeah, can I hug her? Can I give her a hug? Stop. They're getting a bag. And you see the white people in the, orchestrating a little shit on the side. See, niggas can't get on code for nothing, but all the white people are codified. You see how codified they are? They all get on code with each other. And they're orchestrating all the shit behind the scenes on the low. See, this is what codification is. See, the white supremacists, they're very codified. Notice you didn't see no white people get on the stand to talk against Amber Guyger. You notice that? I didn't see any white people get on there talking about how much of a piece of shit she is. You didn't see that. You didn't see white character witnesses talk against Amber Guyger. You understand? If there's a Negro on trial, they'll find a nigga to come up there and shit on you. White people stay on code. That's what on code is. You keep your mouth shut. You ain't out there trying to throw everybody under the bus. Yeah, the judge, her mammy ass is up there crying. Oh, the mammying, the mammying, the mammying. And again, just the fact that they let so much goofy, orchestrated buffoonery go on in that courtroom, that says a lot about that judge, Judge Tammy the Mammy. And we just got to be real about certain people within black society, and I talked about this earlier. Certain people are just detrimental to black society. There's certain people that have to be checked. They're just not going to get on code. We have, and I talked about this. This is why y'all need to listen to my broadcast earlier. I talked about the crackheads that we just let parade around and it becomes normal. See, a lot of these crackheads, like the one they put on trial, they put her on there, and the crackhead would do anything. They'll say anything, you know. But that's something that we gotta start working on. We gotta get this crackhead problem in order, because it's 2019. We shouldn't even have crackheads running around here. And we gotta stop normalizing that and just making it seem, that's just a part of life. We got too many goddamn crackheads in our society. We got too many immigrant coons in our society. Too many people, they send their coons over here and we just accept their coons because they got melanin. We got to start vetting people, and we got to cut that bullshit off. We can't support immigration policies. We just can't. Too many coons over here. And in this case, another thing, and also the Boule crowd, I talked about that, those Boule Negroes, we got to watch when they get into certain positions of office. I won't say power, because they're not powerful. They don't have no power. They just become puppets of white supremacy. See, we got to watch who becomes certain representatives, and just understand that just because a black person is a judge or a police chief, just because they're in a position don't mean that they're for us. Also, they kept making a big fuss about the other minorities that was on the jury pool. These minorities were Hispanic, Asians, and as we see, and as we saw in this case, minority means nothing. All of those people were basically de facto white people. Minority means nothing. Let's stop holding on to that minority dream. All right? That minority dream, it's a dream, it's a fantasy. You just have a bunch of people who have deep-rooted anti-black sentiments. They're going to be team white supremacy and white supremacist wannabes. And like I said, people were like, well, there was 2 white people, there was 1 Asian, and there was 4 Hispanics. But you had 7 white people. It was 7 white people. That's what you had. It was 7 white people on that jury pool. Just stop playing with yourself. Somebody said white people junior. There was 7 white people on that jury. And even with Botham Jean's family, we got to be, and I talked about this earlier, we got to be 100% for real, for real. Because this case is not just about Botham Jean. This case is about justice. It's about setting a precedent on how black people will be treated, because we're all treated as one big nigga. So this is a very symbolic case. It sets a precedent. It's not all about Botham Jean personally, because we got to understand this. And I say this with all respect, but I say this with all honesty, and I have to speak the truth. If we're going to be very honest, as we see with Botham Jean, his family were a bunch of mammies and sambos, and guess what? I believe Botham was too. I say that with no disrespect, but I gotta be honest. Botham Jean, I think he was just as much of a coon as the rest of his coon-ass family. I don't think that brother deserved to die at all. I want justice for that brother. He did not deserve to go out like that, but let's just keep it a buck. Bothan was a coon, just like his coon-ass family. Have y'all seen pictures of Bothan? I cannot find one picture of Bothan John with other black people besides his family. Let's keep it a buck tonight, family. I have yet to see any photograph of Bothan with other black people who weren't his family. That nigga was around white people all the time. All this nigga's friends were white. White women, white boys. All this nigga's people were white. Everybody. He was the one black friend. He was that nigga. He was that nigga who would be the one black friend. That's just real. We're keeping it 100. Yeah, the church, the mixed church, he was the one Negro friend. And let me tell you something. That might have contributed to him being targeted by Amber. Because let me tell you something. I believe deep down that was a targeted hit. I think that was a targeted racial assassination. Because Amber Guyger is a white supremacist. I mean, she has relatives throwing up white supremacist hand signs. Her partner killed another black person. There are a gang of card-carrying white supremacists on the police force, particularly out there in Dallas. And one thing that they do, they initiate each other. And one of the initiations is you have to kill a black person. That's part of the initiation. It's like a blood sacrifice. So I believe Bothan might have been targeted. Bothan might have been targeted. She might have been watching him. They might have been just keeping an eye on him, planning and plotting. They were like, well, look, who can we get? Well, there's a nigga who lives right above me. We can make it seem like I walked in the wrong apartment and then I shot him on accident. That sounds like some shit they would do. Yeah, I know somebody we can get. I know somebody perfect that we can get. There's this black guy. This one token coon who's always running around with white friends. This nigga's oblivious. He's oblivious to what the hell is going on. Because Negroes who hang around a lot of white people are usually very oblivious niggas. They don't know what the fuck is happening. So think about this. Let's put some things together. Now, they were planning to get at this dude. They could have done something to that man's door. They could have rigged his door so that his door would be unlocked. I mean, she lived right below him, and she's a hardcore white supremacist, and she's a cop, so they know how to do certain things. Think about this. We got to stop putting shit past these white supremacists. They do shit like this. They could have rigged that dude's door. They could have rigged that dude's door, and when the time was right, scout, plan, plot, make sure the door was rigged right. Because remember, when she went up there, she said that the door was partially open. The problem is, those doors don't sit open like that. Those doors close automatically. You understand? Those doors close automatically. You didn't? So they didn't shimmy that door. This is a cop. So they know how to do things. They know how to get into people's apartments, all right? This is a goddamn cop. And she sits up here chopping it up with other cops. So they know how to rig doors and open doors. They know how to do this stuff. And those doors shut automatically. They don't, you can't prop them up and the door's just ajar. And number one, he's at home. So why would he be at home chilling with the door cracked? Why would he be at home with the door cracked? You dig? Think about it. Or there's another scenario. Maybe she knocked on the door. She started banging on the door. He opened the door, and then she got him. Just like that. There's a bunch of different ways it could have happened. She could have just knocked on the door. Hey, police, open up. And he opened the door, and she just got to blasting. Huh? And then had her little cockamamie story. But there's no way. And then we saw pictures of the apartment. Let's just be clear. There's no way that she thought she was at her own place. I mean, their apartments don't look shit alike. There's no way she thought that. That was a targeted hit, and they were following and they were targeting this dude. They were targeting this guy. That's what it looked. This is my conjecture. And he looked like a soft target. He was a soft target. They knew we go up here. This nigga's a coon. He hangs around a bunch of white people. We've been watching him. So he's not one of those tough black guys. Because let me say something. Dallas got some riders. Do you understand? Listen to me. Dallas got some fucking riders in Dallas. Dallas got some riders. You ain't going to walk up in a lot of folks' house in Dallas on some shit like that and just gonna blast them. Dallas got some riders. They got something waiting for your ass if you at their door with the bullshit. Dallas got some riders. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So she knew that was a soft target. You know, in Dallas, you ain't gonna just run up in niggas' cribs like that. They hold heavy out there. In Dallas. Them niggas stay strapped out there in Dallas. So she had to be comfortable enough to pull that off. And she was comfortable enough because they've been scouting that dude. Yeah, everybody got a damn gun out there. So she knew when you see a dude hanging with a bunch of white people, you know he ain't holding nothing. That's an easy target. You did? So that shit was premeditated. It was an initiation hit. She knew he was a soft target. She knew that this dude was on some coon shit. Yeah, they knew he was in the choir. They knew he was a soft target. They knew that. You understand? Let me tell you something. Micah Johnson is from Dallas. They know how Dallas get down. Micah Johnson was from Dallas. You understand? So they know how Dallas get down. Yeah? So understand that was a targeted hit. That's my conjecture, but it looks like a targeted hit. You understand? When you put it in the real context, because I've been telling people for a couple of years about Amber Guyger's white supremacist connections and the Dallas police, and they've had card-carrying white supremacists on the Dallas police. And, you know, these people, you know, they do racial hits on people. They do. That's what they do. We got to understand. We got to stop putting shit past people. And they also knew if we hit this soft target, his coon family, because they know if he's a coon, he's going to have a coon family. The coon family's going to go out there doing a bunch of forgiving and all that, and then we're going to skate. We'll get a slap on the wrist. And the shit worked. White supremacists, they know they're Negroes. They know they're Negroes. You know? So, you know, these people, you know, somebody's mentioning the Turner Diary books. I mean, these people they act this stuff out to the letter. They acted out to the letter. And they know how Negroes are. They like, we'll kill them, we'll give them a bag. Certain Negroes. And then, don't say, no one said that, like, we need to get her. She was forgiven by her. Oh, they probably got a bunch of GoFundMes for Amber Guyger. She's going to be fine. You know, the jury, remember, they were asking about, somebody, I don't know if it was somebody, they were asking if she can get visits from the public. So, yeah, she's about to be protected. The white supremacists stay on code. That's one thing about them. They stay on code. You want to know what on code is? Look at how white society is treating Amber Guyger. See, we look at it, see what black folks are doing. We look at a situation like this and we start figuring out ways to get attention. Now we're going to use this to jump in front of cameras and let the white folks look at us, and we go out there doing all this over dramatic crying and shit. And that's another thing we got to stop. I'm tired of looking at families every time something happens. Look, we in a war. Stop acting like you ain't in a war. I'm tired of looking at motherfuckers' mama doing this over dramatic crying and everybody, oh God. You see the picture, the headline, a nigga just got shot and his mama crying. Oh dear. Holding her hands up to God. Oh Lord. The same picture. Your hands up to God. You got shot. Your mama up here with her hands. Oh. You better have a gun. Put your fucking hands down and get a pistol. You dig? Cut all this Sambo shit out. Now fuck that. You don't see white folks doing all that shit. Something happened to them. They ain't running in front of cameras over dramatic crying. We get all dramatic in front of white people. That's what, because niggas want a hug from white people. That's what this shit is about. We want white people and all that fake forgiveness garbage. All that fake forgiveness garbage. That's to get approval from white people, because black people are so dependent. We're so goddamn dependent on them, which we shouldn't have to be. And what happens is a lot of black folks, your family, your relative gets harmed, and you know, you want some justice, but you don't want white people to be mad at you. So you go out there and you talk, y'all doing this double speak. Oh, the corruption, they are so corrupt. This is horrible. But I forgive her, though. I mean, I don't want nothing to happen to her, nothing like that. You can't talk. It don't work like that. You can't sit up here talking about how corrupt shit is, but then you, on the other hand, talking about how you don't want nothing to happen to her. We can't play that game. So y'all playing now. Niggas out here playing because y'all don't want to lose that white approval, because see, y'all work around white people, and just like Bothan, all your friends are white. All your goddamn friends, all the people, all your fake friends, you're really the token Negro. Your white friends don't give a shit about you, but you're the token Negro, and you don't want to lose favor with your white buddies. You don't want to lose favor with the white people at the church, and they're good at calling you up, praying with you and trying to tell you how to forgive. See, they go to church with them white people, and let me tell you something. Those white Christians are the biggest fucking phonies on the planet. They are some of the most hardcore white supremacists you've ever want to meet. They be thumping that Bible and don't believe one word of it. These are the same people who come from families who own niggas. If y'all believe that they're real Christians, you stupid as hell. But they get to be fake around each other. So you got the white people calling them country white people, and Texas is full of them. Hey there, Miss John, how are you? This is Billy Ray from the church. It's so bad what happened. Oh God, it's so bad what happened to both, and what happened to Bo. Oh, it is so bad. You know, we're here praying for you. You know, we don't know what the outcome is going to be. You know, that country ass accent. That down home country accent. Niggas love that. A country white person, niggas love that. Hey there, LaQuisha. I heard about your brother. Oh, that's god awful. Oh, Lord, that's awful what happened. Well, we can't bring him back. The most we can do is, the Bible says that forgiveness will heal the soul. And we're here for you. We're going to have a prayer circle for you. They don't talk about punishing the white people. Never talking about punishing the white people. There's always prayer. And your stupid asses be falling for it. There's never, when it comes to punishing the white people, ain't nobody praying for that. They pray for everything but that. Well, we pray, hey, Billy, thank you for calling, but I really want to see this woman go to prison. Well, Jesus fought some of the infidels, and, prison won't really bring them back. It's really about forgiveness. You got to be the bigger person. That's why all of them white Christians down there in Texas, they're big ass Trump supporters. Joel Osteen is one of them too. Fake as hell. Fake as hell. Fake as hell. Niggas love them. They love that. They love them fake ass Billy Bob preachers. They love Billy Graham and all these people, these same people. I talked about that. Billy Graham and his racist ass family. Niggas going all up in Billy Graham's church talking about Billy Graham. What they were talking about how Billy Graham was friends with Dr. King. Get the fuck out of here. Billy Graham was against black people getting civil rights. People like that. I'm a historian. Don't talk to me about some shit as if I don't know. Billy Graham was fighting black civil rights tooth and nail. And then get out there and talk about praying, but then behind closed doors, fighting every right you're supposed to have. You did? Remember Joel Osteen? I ain't talking about Joel Osteen. Joel Stolstein. Joel Osteen, he didn't want niggas up in that church down there when it was flooding. They had to force him to do it. Yeah. Yeah, they love bringing up Dr. King. Dr. Martin Luther King, I marched with him. Shut up. Man. So, yeah, we got to stop falling for the okie doke, man. We got to stop falling for that. What's up, Miss Strella? How are you, dear? But, what's happening with Bernie Sanders? Speaking of motherfuckers who march with Dr. King, which he likes to brag about with his fake ass. Bernie, something's wrong with Bernie, his health-wise. Something's going on with him. What's going on with Bernie? Yeah, Bernie has to get off the campaign trail for a little while because he's has some kind of health issue. He had heart surgery. He was looking kind of sickly. He's out there, his hair all fucked up. He's all hunched over, and he looks sickly. I'm like, good Lord, ain't nobody voting for you? Man. Miss Strella, what's going on with Antonio Lawrence? I keep hearing about this case. What's going on with that case? Antonio Lawrence. What's the deal with that case? Man. I think Bernie needs to go to the old folks home. He's just old as fuck. Man. But yeah, look, the Democrats, they're done. They're done. We're going to let them fall by the wayside because they ain't trying to give that bag up. See, as you see, we need the bag. This is why we keep getting these little shiesty-ass deals. We can't get the justice we're supposed to get. We need to get that bag. That's our only focus as foundational Black Americans. We need to focus on getting that bag. Yeah, Bernie's out. He's out. Yeah, they don't have nobody. Well, none of them talking about the bag. We dead serious. See, they thought that we were going to talk about reparations. See, we hit them hard with this reparations talk, which is what we should have been doing a long time ago. But we hit them hard with this. We hit them hard on two fronts. Number one, we hit them hard with reparations and we stuck to it. And number two, we started to identify ourselves as our own ethnic group. So this hit them, this was a double whammy. You dig? We started to fully identify ourselves, Black Americans, as our own ethnic group. So we stopped allowing all of their janky-ass spokespersons from other countries and other cultures to speak for us. We are nullifying them. We are discrediting their puppets. And they're not used to that. See, this is why they never wanted us to get on code. And this is why they don't want us being out here discrediting their puppets. For example, the main puppets that we discredit and we break down all the time are the Boule Negroes and immigrant coons. Those are the main ones. And who did you see around this trial? Buck dancing and cooning it up. Those were the two main folks you saw. You did? So, we're on the right track. We're on the right track. And the white supremacists are desperate. Because we're on the right track, they're pulling out all the stops, just like with this case. With all the theatrics and the buffoonery that was going on, this is the white supremacists. They are desperate. They're throwing everything up against the wall. Yeah? And the crackheads. Crackheads are... And let me say, so crackheads are a neighborhood problem, but the fact that they went and got a crackhead and put a crackhead on the stand, that shows how desperate they were. You understand? That showed how desperate they were. Because generally, we don't take crackheads seriously. And that crackhead on there just really showed the desperation. This is how desperate they were to find a black friend. The only black friend you could have in Dallas to vouch for Amber Guyger was an immigrant coon and a crackhead. You dig? Oh, they love pulling out a crackhead. They love wheeling out crackheads. You dig? And when I said it earlier, they were like, "Oh, why are you calling her a crackhead?" Let me tell you something. And I'm just like Judge Mathis. You ever watch Judge Mathis? I love Judge Mathis. Judge Mathis is always calling somebody a crackhead. And he does it for a reason. He does that for a reason. Judge Mathis was like, they were like, "Why I gotta be a crackhead? Why he gotta be a crackhead?" Well, look, he's like, when somebody's on crack, we can't make that shit seem cute. Yeah, I'm not about to make it sound cute and kind of fix it up and make it sound, kind of palatable. No, you're a crackhead. And that's the thing. Too many of us, we do this when it comes to crackheads. Because there's a lot of black folks out here, you still got fucking crackheads in your family. Some of y'all on crack your damn selves. And the thing is, you got relatives, so all your life, you've been making excuses for your damn bummy ass pappy or your uncle or your skank ass mama out here on the pipe. You've been making excuses. "Oh, that my mama, she have a little problem. My mama on that stuff." Y'all, when black folks talk about it, you always kind of lighten it up. Well, he out there he got a little habit. Well, I know he good people, he got good heart, but he out there on that narcotic. Y'all make it sound damn near cute. He got a problem. He got a monkey on his back. He out there in the world. He doing what he doing out there in the world, and the streets got him. Well, shut up. That motherfucker is on the pipe. This nigga is on the fucking pipe. He's a crackhead. Let's get this crackhead nigga some help, and nigga get the fuck off the pipe. You dig? Trying to sugarcoat dumbass shit. And this dude's out here just stole everything in your house, pawned everything. He out here sucking dick for a hit. Just a damn mess. You're a crackhead. Get your ass off the pipe. Get you some help. You shouldn't have got on the pipe anyway. Deal with your problems directly. You don't deal with your problems through the pipe. And if you're a crackhead listening to my show now, this is what you need to hear. Especially if you got kids, you bummy motherfucker. You got kids out here and you choose that pipe, take your ass to a rehab somewhere. You gave up, and a lot of folks who get on crack, usually it's people who've been molested, men and women. Let's be real. Some nigga or some chick been molested when they were a kid, which is unfortunate, but picking up the pipe ain't the way. It's always motherfuckers who done been molested. Dudes, too. When you see a dude on the pipe, somebody done touched him when he was 12. That's unfortunate, but you're going to have to get therapy to deal with that. That problem doesn't go away. Get that shit right. Get that right. The pipe ain't going to do shit but drive you all around the corner from your problem. And you're still going to have to face that problem sooner or later. And what happens? You done smoked all your 20s and 30s and 40s away. Now you're 50 years old in a rehab. You ain't got no edges. All your kids done got taken away. And you said, Lord, just one day at a time. You should have had one day at a fucking time when you were 21. Don't smoke your goddamn life away. And then you hop your old ass in a rehab. Now talking about you about to die. And now you want to change and get your shit right and be there for your kids. Look, I lived in the 80s, man. I came up in the 80s, and all my friends' mama was on crack out here in L.A. Horrible. I've seen the horrors that it left. Not cute at all. Yeah? Man. So all you people out there on the pipe, we can't talk cute about that. There ain't nothing cute about it. There's nothing cute about you abandoning your kids. There's nothing cute about you stealing shit from your family. There's nothing cute about you sitting in a corner somewhere, smoke the fuck out. There's nothing cute about that. Get your ass some help and clean your shit up and get right. You are not put on this planet to be up in a corner with a pipe in your damn mouth, looking stupid as hell, trying to rob a motherfucker to get you another hit. Yeah. Yeah, my generation, my listeners are very young, so they know what I'm talking about because they probably got a parent. Look, if you were born anywhere between 1983 and 1990, you dig? Yeah, if you're between the ages of like 39 and shit, you're between the ages of 39 and 25, most likely, and you lived in an urban area, you probably got a crackhead as a parent. Where are my 25 to 39 year olds? Where y'all at? So you were born in the 80s. Yeah, if y'all were born in the mid 80s, from like 83, 84, 85, from like 80, I would say from 84 to 90, you probably got a crackhead parent. Are those millennials? There's so many, Generation X, y'all might be millennials, I think. But yeah, if your ass grew up watching That's So Raven and Corey in the House, you were probably watching it by yourself because your mama was out there on the pipe. You understand? Some of those TV shows, if you were watching All That on Nickelodeon while your mama was on the pipe, all you millennials listening to the Immature album with your mama on the pipe somewhere. Yeah, 86, yeah. Yeah, y'all watching shit in the early 90s as children. You dig? Man. That's why we got some little old weird niggas out here now. Yeah. So your mom was on drugs, Stella, and your dad was in jail? Yeah. This shit is real. I know what y'all go through. Again, I lived in South Central, Compton, and Long Beach. in the late 80s, early 90s. Dude, I didn't see it all. Nigga, I was out there when, and I've told this story before, when I was out there near that crack house when Todd Bridges allegedly shot it up. Y'all remember that? This was like 89 or 90. I was down there in South Central chilling, and a dude rode up on a bike, and he was like, hey, man, old dude from Different Strokes just shot up the spot. I said, nigga, Gary Coleman out here busting on niggas? Shit. I said, no, nigga, Willis been shot up the crack house. I'm like, God damn. A lot of y'all don't remember that. Todd Bridges from Different Strokes shot up a crack house. Well, allegedly. Because Johnny Cochran got his ass off. Nigga, Johnny Cochran, I remember this shit. Johnny Cochran got his ass off. Yeah. Y'all look that up. They said Todd Bridges shot up a crack house. And then, yeah, I thought he was talking about Gary Coleman. I said Gary Coleman out here on the pipe shooting niggas? Shit. Do we need to go in here and whoop his little ass and get our bag back? I mean, what's up? We about to go in here and we're about to go fuck Gary Coleman up. He done shot the spot up. So, no, it wasn't Gary Coleman. Gary Coleman ain't out here at the spot. Man, what's up, Mid Wilshire? What's up, bro? So I said, shit, Gary Coleman shot y'all ass up. Get this nigga his crack. Shit. Get this nigga what he needs if he's out here shooting niggas up in the crack house. Man, but yeah, this shit was real out here. I was in the mix. I used to see all types of crazy shit. You know? Man. Yeah, when Gary Coleman, when he was the security guard, he was worse. Gary Coleman was jumping on people's cars. That nigga was a for real security guard. Gary Coleman was rolling up on people. And I hate that they did my man like that. I hate that they did Gary Coleman like that because people were trying to punk him out, and his acting career wasn't popping, so he had to get a regular job. And, you know, there's still Different Stroke reruns coming on TV. So people fucking with him, and, you know, Gary be out there in his little old security uniform, jumping on people's cars and shit. And some chick, some big old fucking hood rat ran up on him, and I didn't like that. Because he had to go to court for that. I only got a minute. He had to go to court because some hood rat tried to run up on him, and then Gary Coleman slapped shit out of her ass. And shit, if I'm 3 feet tall, I get it. He had to do what he had to do. And he had to go to court because he had to slap this hood rat. She all on TV faking. Yeah. I was like, Gary, we had an argument, then he jumped up and hit me all about my head. I'm like, lady, you fake as hell. Gary, she's trying to get a bag, and Gary ain't got no bag. He's trying to get his little security job money. And Gary, and I've said this before, Gary Coleman, he kept making the mistake. His ass showing up to court in 3-piece suits. I said, nigga, no, that's not what you do. If I'm that small and I'm going to court, nigga, you better come to court in a onesie. You better go in there looking like a big fucking baby. And that's what I would have did. I would have went in there with some 5T pants with a little Barney shirt. I would have been in that bitch looking like a little baby with some little old booties, some shoes with a little ball on the back with a bell. You better go in that bitch looking like a baby, nigga. He isn't trying to look all grown and professional. I would have went in that bitch drinking a Capri Sun. The fuck you trying to act grown for, nigga? You better play this shit up. I'm Lil. You see how Lil I am? I'm a fucking baby. I had to hit this bitch to get her off me. I'm not guilty. If I take a shit, you must have quit, because I'm going to wear a diaper in that bitch. Anyway, my thing is about to end, so I'm about to get out of here. All right? Y'all be good. Go to hiddencolorsfilm.com.